Sorry.
Oh, no. All right.
You have to be pretty directional in
Yeah.
these.
No, I figured out I'm the self-proclaimed unofficial spiritual advisor to the Slamming Doors and
They need
the
one.
Blue
They may
Blue
need
Dog
two.
organization.
Dude.
Nobody asked me to do it. I don't get paid for it. It's just
No, yeah, nobody gets paid for the doors anyway.
it's
I
my-
get paid.
yeah.
It's a pyramid scheme.
That's perfect.
You are so odd. You're more like a game show host. You are so odd.
No, but are we going to go with the Oddville Revue?
Yeah.
I like that title.
I like the Oddville Revue.
I dig it.
Just bring
If
it
I
in.
have any weigh-in as a guest here,
Yeah.
Oh, you got tons of way in.
the first official.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Art, welcome to the first
Yeah.
go at the used to be the Blue Dog podcast, now is the Oddville Revue.
The Oddville Revue.
The podcast formerly known as.
And we brought you in because you're a strange guy, but we wanted to talk about comedy,
Mostly.
like the Duluth comedy scene,
All right.
because it used to exist before COVID.
What was it like
It was-
pre-COVID?
Man, it was one of those things that, so I was doing comedy up here for pre-COVID probably 10 years. And just the fluctuation for a while, it was thriving as far as like, we had 2 open mic scenes going. Thursday nights was over at the Zeitgeist Theater. Friday nights over at Dublin's, but it started to die out for a while. I mean, it probably went 2-3 years really strong, and then it kind of came to a close. And then just in the last couple of years, it picked back up again, and we actually started doing a paid show for people in town. So,
Where?
that was over at the Barrel Room.
Okay.
So that was the
sure.
Thursday thing. I think we did 6 shows there once a month. We picked up a door.
It used to be the Red Star.
Yeah.
Then it was the Barrel Room. Now it's what? Is it still the Barrel
I
Room?
think it's still Barrel Room.
Oh.
Yeah, we called it Barrel of Laughs. It was a working title in progress, and no one changed it, you know?
Yeah.
So Barrel of Laughs, and that was it was our chance to give people who are doing the open mic scene grind for, and some of those guys were doing it 6, 7, 8 years, and so we gave them just kind of a, here's your stage for the night. They all got to pick their opening act. I was always the middle act, and then they'd close it out, and everyone made money.
Nice. Was there a pretty consistent lineup, or did it vary from week to week?
As far as the open mic scene, that was when it first started. There was probably 12 comics that were pretty regular, and then there was every week you had a couple of people come out to try it out. You know, people that were told they're funny by their friends and wanted to try it out on stage. Or
Do you think that translates? Like,
sometimes,
really? Because I know
Sometimes.
lots of people that are really funny, but I don't think they could do the stand-up.
you know, it's funny you said it because that's actually how I started.
Yeah.
Was one of my friends one time we're sitting around a table like this, just shooting it, and he goes, "Man, you're so funny. You could do this on stage." And I said, "Right, but the people that I'm mimicking, no one on stage knows. I can't go up there and be like, you know, Robert from my work. He always says this, right?
right.
So
Remember
that doesn't
that?
translate as well. But
it
just some of the
could.
storytelling. Well,
I mean,
depending on how funny that's a
story
character
is,
then,
yeah.
right? So now you're taking an impersonation, and like me and you both know Robert, let's say.
yeah.
But now you're taking and making him a character. And if you can do that success, I mean, look at
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy. He took a character that he would call into a radio station.
Yeah.
And he made that a $1 million product.
Or Aziz Ansari, like he tells
Yeah.
stories about his I forget his name.
His cousin, right? Doesn't he have a cousin? or
Yeah, he has
something
a
how talks
cousin.
About?
Yeah, like how he steals his phone and pretends to like be him on his IM chats and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But he like that was a reoccurring bit for at least a couple specials, and like people just eventually get to know it.
Yeah, and it also though it goes in that way of storytelling. So I that's actually what I was going to go with it is storytelling translates.
Yeah.
I mean, you do storytelling with your music.
Yeah.
We do storytelling at tables. That's what conversation
Mhm.
is. And if you can make that storytelling amusing, I look at someone like a Henry Rollins. People don't even know that he did stand-up comedy, and it's all storytelling, and it's 15 minutes of setup and like one punchline. But the punchline carries so heavy because he just did this build-up to it.
Yeah,
You go on the journey with him.
Exactly.
That's funny, man.
you want to see where it ends. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's just a different kind. Because I guess comedy changes every decade, like the styles that people do. Like Def Jam. Remember Def Jam comedy?
Oh man.
That was the best. They just
so
tear things
raunchy
apart,
and
man.
raw.
Yeah.
And I don't think that can be replicated, really.
No,
I mean, people
yeah.
might try to do it, but once that style's moved on, I think you're right. The next styles comes in, now you're old hat.
Yeah.
Like you're doing something that
Your
you're kinda-
hack.
Like
Yeah,
you think
your
a
hack comedy.
Yeah.
you think a generation of Seinfelds could like hack
Yeah,
it today? Like who? Obviously, it's Seinfeld. You would see him no matter what. He's one of the goats. But like, would you like see an up and coming like Seinfeld kind of cat?
What is the deal? What's going on in Duluth?
Yeah. Yeah. What's the
What's
deal
the-
with socks?
What's the deal with getting bridge? Why do we even live there?
Well, that's another funny thing about comedy is I find myself, so I have my own style that I go back to, but as I'm writing jokes, there's times where I'll go, I wrote that in someone else's voice. So that's where the reworking, that's where, like, I walk everywhere in Duluth because I'm reworking things I wrote to not be a hack. I mean, hacking is, you get up there, you tell a joke, and the next time you tell a different joke, now it's in the style of Anthony Jeselnik.
Yeah.
You know, that's not my style.
Well, I'm sure I struggle with that writing.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
find your
definitely.
voice because we both write, and so
Right.
it's like if you're reading too much of the same person, you find yourself using their mannerisms and their voice, and
Pacing. They call it in the
Yeah.
industry, salesmen, they pace you. So that's where,
Pace
like,
ya. Oh, okay.
I'm going to, as you're sitting here maybe fidgeting with your mic cord, I'm going to do the same thing. Or
okay.
I'm gonna,
like mirroring it.
yeah, I'm going to maybe take on some of your Missouri accent, right? That's
Oh
pacing.
yeah, oh dude, I go back to St. Louis and
Yeah,
I'm,
it's
like, I'm
there.
I'm slurring R's. And,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
real quick.
Right
Yeah,
there.
Right.
That's just to make
Get
another
over
person
there.
feel comfortable, but that's also, it's stealing someone's style right there. I mean,
Yeah.
you're literally identity theft in person.
Yeah, it's pretty unconscious. You can't really help it.
And sometimes it is. I mean, that's just everyday conversation is really salesmanship.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I've got myself talking to Adam, and I'll be like, "Oh man," and I go, "Wait, he just got done saying that." That's just because we're sitting close, we're having a beer at a bar,
Yeah.
and you pick up those mannerisms. But then there's like stealing the style, and sometimes it's just I'm writing a joke. There's actually been jokes I write, and then I go back and watch, like Louis C.K. or someone to make sure I didn't steal it.
Right.
And that happens quite a bit where I go, that sounds like something he would say. And if it's close enough, I ditch the joke. But a lot of times, I mean, everyone has a joke about certain things, right?
Yeah.
Traffic. Everyone has jokes about traffic, so that's not a style. But if I have something where I'm like, oh man, this guy cut me off. Wait, that sounds like something that I heard the other day. Let me go listen first before I finish writing that.
Right.
And that's tough.
Is there a bit that like you remember just like killing every time? Like, what's your favorite bit to do?
Of my own?
Yeah.
So this one, and the story comes in, this one killed every time but one. And the one time was my second time doing it. So I start in, if you can't see me, I'm quite the vision to feast your eyes upon.
Yes.
I dig
I
it.
look like the garbage guy on the
Oh,
payoff,
come on.
which is okay. That's part of my bit. But I come out and I actually have a shirt I wear every time I do comedy. And I start off by saying, all right, guys, so I work with kids, and I know by the looks of me, that might be a little bit unsettling. Like, you don't see me in the mall, and people go, oh, I'm going to leave him alone with my 13-year-old daughter.
Right.
Right? And so starting off, and then I have a whole bunch of jokes that tie in. And the first time I went on stage, I had no written bits. I went up and just spoke from the hip. The next time I went up, I'd gotten such a huge killing at that. I got up there and I waited for applause, right? And nothing came, and a buddy of mine was there, and he goes, go Art! And everyone laughed so hard at him, like, chiming in. Then everything,
yeah.
like, the first time you don't kill it, everything sinks, and you're like, oh, what was my next piece? What am I going to do next? And that kicked me out of that. But that one usually gets a laugh, and then I have a whole lot of things of working with kids that I do. But well, once again, I show up looking like the lunch lady's husband, so it kind of plays out.
Yeah. To play to your strengths.
You should. You talked about trying it for a little bit.
Yeah.
What did you ever have any fun premises? You'd be good at it too, I think. I don't know.
I came super close. Like, I can blame like me not going for it on COVID because I was in Hollywood. I was literally about to.
He was living in a van.
Yeah.
Hey, that's Hollywood.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Hollywood
Sorry to
living, baby.
interrupt, but that's
No.
that's pertinent
Yeah.
to the story.
Yeah, I was living in a van,
He's a
like
dreamer.
the most unglamorous freaking road trip. Like nothing like you see on Instagram. Like I was in small town Midwest.
Right.
Like I didn't save nearly enough money to go on this big thing that I had going on. Like I thought I was gonna finish my book. Like my blog was gonna take off. I was gonna do stand up along the way and promote the book while I was finishing. All
Yes,
before I ran
yeah.
out of like $3,000.
Yeah.
If you're ever strapped for cash, you could just sell that slamming doors hat and make a couple bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I will.
That's what I did.
I'll keep it in mind.
Keep that money in the family.
But
I'll buy it back.
3 months later, the van is sold. I'm in California, actually just taking care of a relative. But we ended up living in Hollywood.
Sorry, man. I don't mean to mess with you. I gotta get that closer to you just so you get a good.
Oh, sure. Sometimes I.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
right.
We should give you that mic next time.
Right. Stand way
learn.
back here.
Live and learn.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just
No.
make sure it hears.
It's okay. But so like we have this apartment in Hollywood while he's doing like chemo and shit down in Hollywood, and we're just primed. It's like 4 miles away from the Comedy Store. Like I'm just and a bunch of other little things. I'm like I'm gonna hit every open mic. Well, I didn't really have the time to while I was working with him, and then when he got better, COVID hit and like everything shut down.
Ugh.
I probably only had like 2 or 3 minutes maybe, but like it was kind of fun stuff. Like I talked about like bird racism and stuff like that. Like not against people, but against other birds.
Yeah, right.
Like if seagulls just inherently hate pigeons, or like
Yeah.
if there's like gang shit between like blue jays and robins, like just like dumb shit like that. And I transition into colors and how brown isn't a fun color. Like no, but you never see red versus blue on a game show. Like nobody wants to root for brown. It's depressing. Like I have fun, but like because I'm brown. If you can't see me, but generally speaking, like brown's not that fun. Like, would you like to get 50 brown crayons in a pack? Like, I made all the trees.
Well, I mean, I guess
Why
it depends
couldn't
on what your especially your color.
Yeah,
is,
if you do trees, then like it's all for you.
If you're on different kinds of nuts like walnuts and pecans and
funny.
stuff, that's the best pack to get, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's
super
true.
funny. Like no skin tone is like a fun color.
Yeah,
We're all boring colors.
That's why the Simpsons are yellow, man.
Yeah. Like what the hell? That's hilarious. That's such a funny concept.
So I mean, here's the thing about that though. Like my first set I did, they gave me 3 minutes, and there was no written material. I just went, I'm just gonna play to my strengths. I know I work with kids, and that might play out. And I got 10 minutes my first time up. Like I got off the stage, I went back and was like, man, it was the longest 3 minutes. I kept waiting for that flash. And the guy goes,
still going.
dude, you were killing us. We let you roll. Like it was your
wow.
first night. We wanted you to feel that success.
Oh wow.
There's also been guys I saw like there's some under I want to say underbelly type things like the behind the scenes stuff that you guys don't get to see of someone goes up their first time and they're visibly or whatever going south. You bury them, right? So like there was a guy who got up there and this guy was on some kind of drug, but he went up. He was handing out everyone tangerines behind the backstage, right? But he got up there and he literally did like the spinny bat with the microphone the whole time, and mumbled, and once in a while would stop for applause and just stare everyone down. He got a minute and a half. I'm the next one up. This is my second time ever doing stand up, and they're like, "You got to bury him." I was like,
What does that mean? Like,
well, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, "What the hell do you mean?" They're like, "We don't want this guy back here, so you got to get up there and rip him so hard that he's like,
Oh,
this ain't for me."
damn.
so
I
you
don't
got to
know if I
turn
can-
it into
Yeah.
insult comic, like
You got to get up there
Yeah.
and say, "This guy," right? So
roast him.
Yeah, I had no idea what to do, so I got there and I was like, "Hey guys, I've seen every episode of Scooby Doo, and that guy did it. I know it's him."
That's
And
funny.
I was like, "Hey, everyone, give a round of applause for Breaking Bad. I'm glad that he warmed up the set for us." And he actually went after he was done and sat in the audience,
Oh,
and he
man.
tried to like talk back. He was trying to heckle me,
oh,
and I was like, "Hey man, you already got your time. You bombed out. You spinny
Yeah.
batted on stage. It's not anyone's
Yeah.
fault." But that was
did
my
this to
first time
yourself.
seeing that side of, and it doesn't happen very often. But if someone goes up there and they're terrible, and you're like, "Oh man, this guy thinks he's doing well, but he's not." The next guy's job, I guess, we don't have that culture up anymore, I'll say, but for a while they're like, "Oh, you got to bury this guy. Like, get up there and
Man,
make
I
him
don't know
not
if I
wanna
could
come
do
back."
that. I don't know if that's in me.
Well,
I make fun of my friends, but like somebody
Yeah.
that like
I
I
don't
went
know
to
you.
Scooby Doo,
Right.
man. Like,
yeah,
I
that's
could turn
true.
into a Scooby Doo villain.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
I couldn't go up there and roast
That's
the guy
not
too
hard, yeah.
yeah, it's not getting any person. It's not getting too personal.
Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah,
up there and
yeah,
like
yeah.
talk about his family or
Yeah.
something.
yeah.
Plus, I mean, the guy could have been on. I mean, he looked like he was on drugs. I don't know what he's going to do.
Could have
next.
been.
But anyway,
Like-
so that's I think the only real like negative side I ever saw, and it happened a few times. One guy was a guy went up and started doing other people's bits.
Oh, that's probably not good.
Right.
Huh?
Oh.
But I mean,
I'd
it
be
wasn't
pissed
like
about
he didn't
that.
steal mine or yours. Like he went up there and was like, he did bits that I heard. I mean, Louis C.K. He did one of his word for
Oh,
word
man.
with the pause and the laugh and everything, and everyone was just laughing. And I go, "Hey, other comics, like that's you guys."
Yeah.
recognize that, right?
They sick you on him too.
And
It's
so,
like you
well,
gotta go get
they're
him.
like, oh, we got our kill dog. We got
Yeah.
Tuttle up here. No, someone else took care of him, but that's another one where you're like, we don't want Hat Comics back, so we got to bury him.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you want to keep true to the art of it. You don't want to make it, I don't know, a joke within a joke. Like, it is a serious thing. People do seriously think about concepts. It does talk about life and philosophy and all these big. Comedy is hugely important.
Well, yeah. It's
I
an
mean-
art form like any other.
Yeah, I mean, speak truth to power.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want something. Yeah, I guess Spinny Bat. Unless he was saying something really deeply
it-
philosophical in between spins.
Did anything he said say apply to doing the spinny bat? Like, was that a part of the bit,
Yeah.
or is he just feeling himself?
He could have been doing
It's
some.
like, oh, I killed that joke.
he's up there just loving it.
Yeah. Here comes the guitar.
He's strutting around the stage like a pigeon that just
Yeah.
shit everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we couldn't understand him, so I guess maybe it was. Maybe he's a performance artist. Maybe that was part of it. But
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to give away tangerines backstage, and
Where
We
did
didn't know what he was
did
doing.
anybody eat the tangerines?
That's
Like, where did he
so
get them
funny.
from?
every single person I saw, we're all sitting around drinking. So at the Zeitgeist Theater, they actually did on weekends. They're doing plays. So the second time I ever did stand up was on a stage scene. It was like a diner scene, but in the green room they had bottles of whiskey and stuff. So we're all sitting back, drinking straight from the bottle, and everyone's like, "We're not eating those tangerines." This guy's
We're all
walking
in
around gritting
agreement,
his
right?
teeth, and I
Yeah.
don't think he even pronounced tangerines right. We're like, "No, I don't think that's a good idea."
Tangerines?
Oh, dude, those
Tangerines?
were
Some
meth
tangerines?
greens.
Yeah. Speaking of whiskey, I've got some whiskey. You guys want a glass of whiskey?
I'm
take-
never gonna say no. to
I'll
that.
go
take a
make one.
glass of
I'll go
whiskey.
make one here.
Great
Yeah, I
point.
don't give a shit. All right.
It's a stupid bit.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad I
don't
missed
care.
it.
Well, it started out hot, and then we ran out of places to go.
We lost the middle.
And we could actually
Lost
see
the
each other, and it
foundation.
kind of threw us off.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
like,
There wasn't you blocking our
Oh.
way.
We could do a segment.
Ooh,
okay.
You want to do a segment?
Yeah.
let's do a segment.
Well, okay. What were we going to call it? We were thinking of segments. This is our first show.
Yeah.
That's
You
unbelievable.
get to see
In case
us
you couldn't
on the
tell.
right,
I know.
as
But,
we stumble through it. Are we
Weird-
talking about
Weird Hills to Die On.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange
Oh,
Hills to
shit,
Die
yeah.
on.
Strange Hills to Die On.
I love it.
So I sent out a thing on the internet
The people.
for ideas of weird hills people would die on, like weird hard opinions, right?
Yeah.
Some people sent me some things that weren't really that hard of opinion, but we got some good ones.
So to be clear, because our colloquialisms might be different. Hill to Die On is like, I'm going to take this topic as far as I can possibly go with
Yes,
it.
I will
Yeah.
not. You will
I
not
will-
change me.
You will never
I
change
am
my opinion on
strangely
this.
principled on this small little
Yeah.
thing, and
Yes,
you
and a
can't
weird,
shake me.
yes, a weird
Yeah.
Hill to Die On would be something which is, it's an oddity.
Yeah.
So it fits the show. Okay,
Yeah.
I can dig this.
And so, like, some of them weren't really that accurate onto it, but one of them I thought was funny was hard opinion from our friend of the show, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Can't stand riding in cars, or can't stand people riding in cars with their bare feet sticking out of the,
Oh my
the
God.
window. He says, and it should be outlawed.
It,
You know,
I dig this guy, Chris.
Yeah.
I applaud you, brother. Someone's got to be speaking the truth out there.
I'm not mad at what you're saying at all.
Dude, I'm for it.
Yeah, I never thought that like I would die on the hill, but if you put me in the position, I probably would.
I'd vote. I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't die
I'd
on that
vote
hill,
for-
but I'd vote.
Yeah,
Totally.
You'd vote
I'd
to outlaw it?
I actually have a whole bit in my comedy
You're
where I talk about
obstru-
my actual presidency if I were to run. My platform's not
Okay,
going to be
let's hear it.
abortion and guns and shit. Blinkers. I think that if you are a gun-carrying member of these United States and somebody does not use their blinker when they turn, you have the, not just the right, but the obligation to do something
The
about it.
obligation.
I'm not saying shoot the person dead, but maybe
No.
take a tire out or shoot their blinker so now they have a reason not to use it.
Make their life uncomfortable as they
Yes.
did yours.
As a consummate walker here in Duluth,
Yes. Yeah.
people don't realize how much, like, you are a
Yeah.
several ton vehicle moving around. You easily can kill people, and you're not going to do the simplest thing. So I mean, that's one of my hills to die on. But the feet thing in the window,
That's good.
why?
They're
Why do
obstructing the
people do
rear view
that?
mirror.
I think they're
Like it's
they're
a safety
walking,
hazard.
Man,
I'll
they're
say
walking
that.
on freedom, baby. I'm for it. Put your feet out the window. Put your whole head out the window.
I think one
Put
thing's
everything
like,
out your window.
these
Put it
people,
all hang out the window.
these people with foot fetishes though, like they're going to be distracted driving. That's not good.
Get them out.
That's true.
Get them out of here, and the people
Get
they
'em
take
out.
out with them.
Yeah.
Quick sidebar on head out the window. My grandma used to have like she was super protective, didn't want us to do like didn't want us to get hurt, do nothing. The world is dangerous. So like she'd make up stories and she'd be like, oh no, I saw it on the news. You can't do that. One of them was sticking your head out the bus because a truck drove by and knocked the kid's head off.
Hell yeah. That's
Like,
it.
That's
It's evolution.
That's so
consequence.
extreme. But like,
So extreme.
but I didn't.
And I continue to not.
Yeah.
I won't do that either.
Even though like,
Well, I seen that movie, the one
Physically,
where the
probably
girl has her
won't
head
happen.
knocked out by the post.
What movie is that?
Oh man, no, it's a horror movie that.
it's like Final Destination or something.
Oh no, it's a.
Jesus.
I mean, it's similar, but this girl, I seen it. And if I sat here long enough, I can think of it, but it's not that important to the show.
Oh, it's all important.
But I can even look it up later for you and text back. But she finds out her mom's the head of some damn cult. She's passed away, and there's some demon that's taking out her family and whatnot.
Oh, Jesus.
But her daughter, like, as they're driving, she sticks her out the window for, I think she gets stung or eats something, has an allergic reaction. Head out the window, bam, a post takes out her head. There's memes about it, man.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
I'll
that
have to
is a
look up.
1-2 punch like a motherfucker.
That's a hill.
Oh,
I'm not a
sick.
bee.
That's a hill to literally die on right there.
Yeah.
You're
Oh
my God.
sticking your head out the window.
Well, we had so we'll go to John's here in a
There's
minute,
more.
but we have a few more from people that submitted. What about all right? Pop comes from a can. Soda comes from a fountain.
No.
No,
I don't know either.
I don't like. That's a regional diction. Like that's
That's
That's-
you trying to categorize your own life and you're projecting it upon.
Yeah.
Who sent that in? Was it my mom?
Tyler Scouten.
I don't know who that is.
He's a really good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
oh,
you know,
yeah.
I'll appreciate him, but
Yeah.
I think he's.
Oh, it's so funny. They're arguing within themselves on the comments.
I'd
He's-
rather.
that's
and he's
funny.
dying on the hill, dude.
he's
That's
he's
awesome.
standing on it.
I'd
He
rather.
even says it. This is my hill.
Yes.
I love that. It's so funny.
I'd rather see a Minnesotan die on the hill of its pop and not soda for no reason other than it's just pop and not soda. Like, don't have anything behind it.
Yeah.
Like that's. I want to see you go hard for no reason.
And I love being that gangbuster that comes in and uses
Yeah.
reason and logic, and you go, well, the actual term is soda pop, so you're both right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was called
semantics.
soda pop. Some people took the soda, people took the pop.
Yeah.
You know, it's like my buddy named Drew. His real name is Andrew. Some people go by Andy. Some people go by Drew. Right? You're splitting that name. It's not up to me to call you Andy if you're named if you want to go by Drew. If you
guess
want
that's
to
true.
call it soda, you do it, man.
Can I
If you want to call
call?
it pop? You
Can I call him
chase your
you?
dream. What's that?
What did I just take the last two words? Can I call him you?
Where I grew up, you didn't call it soda or pop. Everybody just called it Coke. So like, you go to the
yeah.
restaurant. You go to the restaurant. You're like, yeah, I'll have a Coke. And they go, all right, what kind? I'm like, well, Sprite.
Yeah. I have a Pepsi Coke.
Yeah, exactly. You want a Coke? Yeah, what kind? Mountain Dew.
I wonder why they lost the Civil War. I'm sorry. Runners
Second-
up. Second place.
Yeah,
Silver medal.
Second place.
Silver medal.
Second best.
That's so funny. That's a comedian joke too. I heard that somewhere, and I can't think off the top of my head who it was that said that, but that's something. It's super funny.
I think that's Jeff Foxworthy.
Might be. That
I think he
sounds
talked
like
about it, and he goes,
second
"Oh,
place.
What kind of Coke? Well, I talked about the Coke.
Oh,
I
what
think
kind
he
of
said,
Coke? Oh,
I think he said,
I
"I'll
meant the
take a
second
Coke."
place in Civil War.
What type?
thing.
And he says Pepsi.
Yeah, that's
Right?
yeah. That's how it was.
What was the best argument he had?
I love it.
Well, I don't know if I should get in all that.
Oh,
one.
sure,
It's,
sure.
That's that's not a
One of
hole.
the comments
That's not a
were-
hill to die in. That's a hole to dig in. You know.
Yeah, no digging
yeah,
holes.
yeah. What about this one? A hot dog is not a sandwich. It's a taco.
Tacos are sandwiches.
Oh
Well-
boy, you just rib kicked that right into the circle kicks, man. That's done. It's over.
Well, it's-
You win.
Well, it's not about winning.
That's a
It's about-
perfect argument.
Yeah, because
it's
I've
about
never,
winning here, though. This is
I've never
supposed
put
to
a
die.
hot dog in either one of those categories. So I was kind of like flabbergasted by the whole
I can
question.
dig that.
It's like, is it a sandwich or a taco?
Well, what's
It's-
a wrap?
Yeah, that's it. Well, it wraps around.
It has to be in a
If you
tortilla.
have a hot dog,
The tortilla has to be closed for it to be a wrap.
a burrito's a wrap.
Yeah.
An open like a taco you get with the hard shell taco, I'd call that a sandwich.
That's
So
a hot
can we
dog.
call tacos
It's a
open
hot
wraps?
dog.
Open face wraps. I'll
Open
have a
face-
taco.
Open face wrap.
Open face street wraps.
Wraps are
that's
just
funny.
enclosed sandwiches.
Well, we got to pull up. Oh, I didn't put it on my computer. It's on my phone. I'll look it up. Man, see, that's why I wish I had the TV. So it was, what was the guy versus Volcano? I love this
Oh,
guy's.
yeah.
So have you ever heard of Harry R. Truman?
Yeah, I heard that he lost to Dewey. right, in the presidency? Or is that
No,
a
you're
different-
thinking,
No.
you're thinking Harry S.
S.
Truman.
Oh, the S
Harry
stands for
R.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nothing. But Harry
Yeah,
R.
I'm
Truman is a dude that just lived in a camp.
Yeah, he ran. He was 83 years old. Ran his own campsite. This guy actually literally died on a hill.
Did he also lose the Dewey, though? Cannot confirm or disconfirm.
Well,
He may have lost
it was
to a
Mount
Dewey.
St. Dewey.
Well, there it is. There's a connection.
Well, Mount St. Dewey or Mount St. Helen.
Well, either
whatever. But it can be.
So what's the hill that
Anyway,
this guy
sorry,
died
go
on?
ahead, man.
No. So like when St. Helens erupted in 1980, like this dude was like 83 years old, used to bootleg.
I like him.
He had his own whiskey. It was called what was it, Panther Piss.
Hell yeah.
He had
I've
Panther,
had that.
Have you?
Yes.
Panther Piss whiskey. He fucking invented it, and they knew that the volcano was gonna erupt, and he was just like, no, fuck it, I'm not going anywhere. He literally, because I mean, to his credit though, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, where's he gonna go?
Yeah,
He's going to take his Panther piss down and live
Yeah.
in, this,
He's
in
83.
these United States.
yeah.
He's 83.
You can't
His
start
wife-
over now.
His wife had just died.
Everything he has is about to be obliterated by a volcano. It's like, fuck it, I'm going too.
I'm going down with the ship, baby.
Yeah, but he was like cool about it. It's like, I don't gotta worry about that. Ain't gonna reach me.
I love it.
Are you telling me it did reach him? He was
It did
gone.
reach him. He was
Him
gone
and his
quickly.
16
Well, you know what?
cats.
Yeah, his 16 cats.
It says it is likely that he died of heat shock too quickly to register the pain before his body was vaporized.
Yeah, he probably didn't even feel it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
So
you
you know
got
what? Hey,
vaporized?
Good on him.
Yeah,
We're all looking for good ways to die, and that guy found it.
that's the hill you want to die on. I don't
Yeah.
care who you are.
Dude, imagine that's how he died. Oh, Johnny T passed away, man. Did you hear about it? What happened to him?
Vaporized.
Dude, he fucking got vaporized.
Vaporized.
Holy shit.
Dude, if you could choose your way, how would you go?
Vaporized. Oh, I don't know. I think about this a lot. So I actually have a very specific thing that I tell people because we're all storytellers.
Sure.
And I think about my life as a
Yeah.
story. So here's how I want to go. I'm 55.
Okay.
That's not that old, but you got to hear me out.
Okay.
I'm in the woods. Come across a bear and her cubs. And they attack me. And I fight the bear and I kill the bear in front of the cub.
That's badass.
I kill the bear and I survive, but I have a cool scar from it.
Sure.
Obviously, I have a cool scar. I'm thinking like one up here, one here. Not like the classic over the eyes.
Yeah,
really
you don't
cool.
want that.
But that's
Well, you
But
want
like
the
one
scar
here,
because
one
you
here.
want to tell the story.
Yeah.
You can't bring it up. It's like I fucking
Right.
killed a bear once.
and I
Right.
also
Good
How'd you
point.
get those
You need the
scars?
scar.
and
Well,
the cub
killed a
and
bear,
I.
whatever.
The cub and I have matching scars because we fought each other too, and I win. But I don't kill the cub, but I kill the mom in front of the cub.
I'm glad you have morals.
Yeah, well, I'm surviving. But then the cub grows up years and years, exercising, thinking about me. And one day we meet again, and I'm a much older man, but we recognize each other from our matching scars, and we fight to the death. And then I kill him, but he has a cub. Then years later, that cub remembers.
So you killed. You,
I'm hoping it ends with you dying in
Yes.
the hospital and the cub
then-
crying outside the window.
No, I'm dying. I'm in a brothel years later, dead.
How does
But I
it-
killed these bears.
Yeah.
How did the bear find you in the? Was he there too? Was it like
It's
accidental?
dressed up as a stripper in the brothel.
Are you guys?
It comes out and fools him and
No,
like,
I was
Bugs
just
Bunny
kidding.
wise.
He stalked you for like 12 years, knowing the brothels that you go to, and then he got a job in that brothel.
No, I was just kidding. How I really want to
Yeah.
die is then I see the bear with the matching scars, the cub, and we fight, and then it kills me. So for some reason, I'm still the villain in my own story, Death.
Yeah,
But I
like
think
2
that's
times
awesome.
over.
yeah, it's badass.
Well,
Anyways,
no, I
killed
don't
2
think it's a
parents in
villain,
front
like
of
you
their
said. I
and
mean,
by all rights, it should have killed me, but I kill it again.
Yeah,
I like
It's
the
great.
fact that you're still surviving. I mean, it's not a villain if you didn't attack this. You didn't go and find this bear and
Oh no, that's
choose to
part of
fight
it. I
with
did. I went hunting it.
Oh, well, then you're an asshole. Never mind. You win.
No, I'm just kidding.
You went and purposely killed the
Yeah.
I trapped it.
and orphaned a bear cub.
he needed a new
Never
rug.
mind. You kind of. I hope it finds you first.
I trapped it. And I said, "Oh, you're the son of a bitch I didn't kill years ago," and it remembered me too.
Oh yeah.
But
tell
you know
by
what?
looking at that.
As long as you're a little funny along the way, half of the audience will want to see you get away with it.
So silly.
Uh,
What do you think?
You're gonna
What
be
do
a
you
bar-
guys think?
you could be a Barney Stinson, man. Like he was the most terrible person ever, but like he was funny when he did it. So
That's fair.
yeah, it's cool. I'm a sociopath, but I make it funny.
So what's your mode de death? I don't.
It's-
morgue.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't think it's
Mode
quite
de
as
expiration.
I don't think it's quite as elaborate, but like
I'm sorry.
but like it is like animal related. I feel like I would like to be swooped up by like a mighty eagle. And just like dropped in the middle of the ocean like well
It's so glorious.
yeah, it is. Like there's nothing if I got swooped it was just my times. Like I understand.
I hope the sun is either rising or setting, so you have like a perfect tier.
Yeah.
Like, it's so beautiful.
Or maybe he brings me
Before.
up so high I melt like Icarus.
You vaporize.
I vaporize, yeah. Vaporizing's the way to
Oh,
go.
dude. An eagle picking you up out of nowhere, like we're just on my deck hanging
Yeah.
out. Like,
Yeah, we're out there having
Like,
a chat
oh,
like,
shit.
hey, how do you think the podcast went? Oh, where'd John go?
like, dude, that's
Right.
how I wanted to go out.
Yeah,
Though.
that's
Yeah.
hey,
We can't be
Cheers.
sad.
I mean, there was once a day where that could happen. Maybe a couple million years ago.
My mom is so worried about a hawk sweeping up her dog.
My
dog's
roommate
in-
is with our
Dude, that's
cat.
crazy. My mom too.
She is like, my dog can't go outside anymore because it's my mom's dog can't go outside anymore because the squirrels attack it.
What kind of dog is
You know
it?
you're a
It's a
bitch
little
dog.
tiny dog. It's a little
You're a bitch
dachshund.
dog when squirrels are giving you
Oh,
a
it's just, she's a little
Oh, he
sweetheart.
stands no chance.
It's so funny because
don't go around here, la dog.
it happened. A squirrel dropped out of a tree and attacked her, and they freaked out. So now she can't go outside alone anymore. And also because hawks will pick her up. It's
Yeah,
crazy, man.
you get swooped up like a motherfucker. from
My mom
behind.
had a bald eagle swoop on her. She has only small dogs.
Really? I hope my mom doesn't watch this then because that will scare her even more.
And she had a little
There's
chihuahua
bald
or something
eagles?
outside. Yeah,
Hold
there's
on.
bald eagle right in her yard, like downtown Brainerd. This thing
Yeah.
swooped into her yard. She has wires everywhere. I have no idea
Yeah.
how it even got there, but
I told her
It's
just put
calculated.
weights.
He wanted
Yeah,
that dog.
he
He's
knew.
been watching it for a while.
he was taking notes.
Yeah,
Just put weights on the dog is what I said.
that's true. But I mean, they're pretty strong. Now.
Well, now-
Like, they
and
can
now-
lift
and now you
billy
have
goats.
Bald eagles and hawks like weightlifting and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it's slowly getting into the strength to pick up your dog.
No.
Like they're swooping up animals they can't even like fully pick up just for strength training. Like
Dude,
they
I
pick up
shouldn't-
bobcats and they drop them.
Getting strong
I
now.
shouldn't make that
Rock-
joke because now what happens if an eagle swoops up the dog and I'm joking about it? I'm gonna feel terrible.
Oh man,
You
you
know.
prophesied it.
You know, that's a price to pay to know that you
Yeah.
can see the future.
I'm
That's a
sorry.
price.
I'm sorry, Mom.
We just figured out Adam's an oracle though, so like if that makes
That's
you
pretty
feel any
cool.
better, you birthed something
Yeah,
amazing.
That's pretty sweet.
He can see the future.
So all this actually ties into a story,
Okay.
if you believe.
Great.
So when I was out in California, I move out there. I do outdoor ed for a while. My second year, I moved to a different site. A friend of mine picks me up, and she's like, let's go early. We'll spend a couple days camping out near the site we're going to work at. We get there, and a bunch of people had the same idea. And the first night comes, and I sleep under the stars. I have a tent now, but I didn't then. And all these people have never been to the mountain before. So they're like, you're just going to sleep out here with no tent, no protection? And I'm just, we had some drinks started around. I went, you know what? If a coyote eats me, at least I go back into the food web, right?
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
respectable.
beautiful. I
Yeah.
go back and I'm now energy for other things to
Yeah.
survive. I didn't find out till 5 months later. These people all thought I was dipshit nuts crazy. Like they didn't realize I was tugging their nuts. I think that's a colloquialism
Yeah.
somewhere.
I think he says, "You pulling my dick, bro?"
All the time. Yeah.
No.
You
Yeah,
ask
so-
him about me. You pulling my dick, bro?
Sorry.
No, I was a little taken aback because I don't know what that meant until you specified.
You would if you ran in my circles.
Is this at the brothel again? With
Yeah,
the
at
bear,
the brothel,
The
yeah.
bear cub.
Sorry. Go
Well, anyway,
on.
so that's the crazy part because you guys like your mode de expiration is buy all these animals, and I jokingly just off cuff said this one night, and these guys carried this in their heart for like 5 months, and one night they're like, we talked about it in depth. Like anytime you leave a room, we're like, this is the same fucking guy that was said you'd be okay getting eaten by coyotes. And I was like, no, you guys don't realize I know these woods. There's no coyotes, and the ones that are even near here are scared. They're like raccoons, you know.
Yeah.
But
Like it would be a beautiful way, but like if it was an actual possibility, I
No.
wouldn't go out into the woods.
That's
If I thought if I heard a coyote, I would open the window and just listen. with it tightly locked, so it couldn't open it.
I love that so much.
Unless it has your keys.
Yeah,
Oh.
unless I'm
depends on
always
how
losing
much-
my keys too. There's probably at least 2 out in the fucking plane around my house.
It's out there looking under rocks. Like, which one's fake? It's got to have one out here. My actual way I want to go, though, is... oh, man. I haven't
Straight
thought of
up.
this in a while.
Cancer.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, then you have
Yeah.
time to know, you know?
Sure.
No, I always said I want to go in my sleep like my grandpa. You know, not screaming like his passengers.
Oh God.
Boom.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
That's a hack job. That is a joke that I stole.
and that's
Yeah.
like a street
is.
joke.
No, I imagine just dying in your sleep wouldn't be too bad. I don't know what from, though.
Well, what if you like wake up like worst pain in the world? Everything's terrible. No one can help me. It's an hour, and then you die. That sounds awful.
Yeah, like everybody says, like, "Oh yeah, he died peacefully in my sleep." Yeah,
How do you
motherfucker,
know?
because you were sleeping. Like
What
I
if
was,
it was the
I suffered
worst?
for a long time.
What if he was strangled by a demon? It was the scariest
Right.
thing in the world.
I guess, I mean, if there's no, like, claw marks,
Yeah.
if there's no signs of someone struggling, I'd assume.
No. Dude, I'm going. Harry R. Man, he had it right.
Yeah.
Vaporized, dude.
Vaporized.
Think
That's-
about that.
It
on
seems
your own
instant.
property, everything you work
With
for.
panther piss?
With panther piss. She
Chugging
was
panther piss.
Yeah.
You're throwing the glass into the lava.
Yeah.
It's coming down the hill at you.
Oh.
It gets vaporized
This
right
podcast
before
brought
you
by
do.
panther piss.
flipping your bird to the sky. Like, come on.
You got fucking
That's the way I
AC/DC
like it.
cranking.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, wow. And you're just rocking like this and then vaporize. You don't even feel it. You just instant dust.
That guy is
Like
rock and roll.
Thanos fucking
Yeah.
snapped for you, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for him.
Hell yeah.
I like this Harry R. Truman.
I should have dug deeper, but I wonder if that's where that's an odd hill to die on originates from. Like,
Ooh, I don't know. I don't want
Oh.
to dig into that. 'Cause
No.
You could be onto something.
Yeah.
Well, there's also a lot of different hills.
we need a
like,
Jamie, like Joe Rogan.
I know.
Right? Hey,
Jamie,
look that up.
investigate that.
Maybe Chris, that guy, the original question guy. Maybe he can be our. Hey, email us later, Chris. if
We
Do
do
you-
need a tech guy.
Look
A
it
tech
up.
Do you
guy
still
would-
have Ask Jeeves? can we ask Jeeves?
This podcast brought to you by
Ask
Ask
Yeah.
Jeeves.
Let me just get on
Making a
Webcrawler
comeback.
real quick.
Yeah.
Metacrawler, is that one of them
Yeah,
too? That
that's
was the
still
thing for
there.
a minute.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Alta Vista.
So,
Oh, I had the Babelfish from that. It helped me through college. I have
Yeah.
a German degree. I wouldn't have got it without Babelfish.
Yeah.
Translating all my shit for me, you know?
you have a German degree?
I do.
That's cool. That's super
That's where
cool.
comedy came from, I think, originally, was me getting
Germany?
that degree.
Yeah, they were
No.
hilarious in the 40s.
The-
But anyways, no,
Yeah.
no.
No, yeah.
I'm German. I'm German.
He can say that. We're represented.
is that where Herman the German comes from?
Herman. So my family actually had a really interesting thing. They came over from Prussia because there was like the war and all these terrible things happening, and their last name was Fernhelm. It was different, and so they changed. Herman was a middle name that they just kept because they're like, no one's gonna understand. No one. They're gonna think
Fernhelm?
we're crazy people.
Yeah.
But my last name was almost Rebel, because great grandma remarried a guy named John Rebel, but the kids kept Herman instead of taking the name.
John Rebel was his
how
real
cool.
name.
You were
Yes.
You were just meant to be a rock
How
star.
cool
Your
is that?
last name was Rebel.
I know. How cool
So
would
you
that
were
be?
a German, and then your family came over here and joined. Was that the Civil War? The rebels, right? Johnny Reb came from that.
That's where it came from.
Oh,
but
man.
this was probably.
You guys are all
around
over
that
the
time,
wrong-
yeah,
actually,
a lot
yeah.
of second place medals
Yeah.
for your
You
family.
guys are all over the wrong side of history.
Hell yeah.
See, now my family came from Prussia, but they actually came over.
but we're
and
still alive.
We're still
still
alive.
kicking,
Still
got-
standing.
Still got those Herman Rebs.
Hell yeah.
Who's winning now?
Look, I don't represent it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It happened.
Yeah,
Not
a lot of
proud.
a lot of second place medals. All I'm
Right.
saying. No, it's funny because I come from Prussia too, and that's a country that's not around anymore.
Right.
They said you guys started
Right.
too much shit. You guys are done.
Right. Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
How
You're
many
out.
people just get their country ship just revoked? It's like,
Yeah,
nah,
you're out.
You've had enough.
we're
You're
changing
86.
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
You're 86.
Yeah.
We're taking you apart, and you're going to become Poland, Germany, and what, Lithuania? I think was. original
Yeah,
point?
with that tiny little,
Estonia or
the
something, too?
smallest country ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy history, but I mean, everybody has a crazy history if you dig back deep enough. It's just
It's all wars.
you can't really go back. Like it's kind of a shame how much history is lost. You know, how much people don't know where their lineage is, and I mean, there's got to be crazy shit. Our ancestors had to do crazy shit to still be alive. Think about that.
Right.
Like to survive.
And I just swiped a card. I didn't even swipe it. I tapped something,
Yeah.
and then I got a cheeseburger that I shoved in my face.
Yeah.
and my ancestors are weeping. Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, like it wasn't actually that long ago to where like everybody had to actually hunt for food instead of
And
going
be
to the grocery
barbarians.
store
Yes.
or the McDonald's 1, 2, 3 menu drive-through. I don't think it's 1, 2, 3. I think it's 5. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's cheap and shitty food, but it's readily available, and we don't have to spear something with it.
They'd almost like, I wonder what like people from like 400 years ago would think if they saw us. This is another funny segment I thought would be, but I didn't really work it out with any of you guys, but I was thinking about it the other day, talking how funny would like alternate timelines if you could go back and just change one minor thing. Like for example,
Okay.
what do you think life would be like today if you could have a time machine and go back to the Wild West and just drop off like 25 Monster energy drinks? That's it.
That's it. And then
Oh man.
and then deuce out.
What a fucking
Just come back and
curveball.
like see what happens.
Yeah. That's like Back to the Future 15. That's
There
what
it
Back
is.
to the Future 3 should have been.
Sponsored by Monster Energy Drink.
Yes.
You just drop off like 6 Red Bulls on like the sheriff's porch and just see what happens, dude.
Oh man.
See, I was going a different way with that.
Who would have got it though? Like would the Outlaws have got it or the sheriff?
You don't know.
knows?
Yeah.
That's a letting
What
it
if
play
Billy
out
the
part.
Kid had
Or just
energy
give them the
drinks?
recipe for energy drinks then. Be
Because
"All
like
right, here's
everyone
what
wants
you
to
do."
go back and like, oh, I could go back and take out all the Vikings if I had a machine gun, right? That's like lazy. That's lazy storytelling.
Yeah.
You like dropping off. You're not really partaking. You're not choosing a side. You're adding a little chaos.
Let's
and
see
letting
what
it play out.
happens.
That's a lot more fun
Yeah.
than just I went back with, this kind of a gun and I could take everyone out. Now I'm the
Yeah.
king of the castle.
See, that's
You're
Joker.
just, like,
That's Dark
complete
Knight Joker
chaos.
shit right there.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Yeah.
Just see the
It's
world burn.
diabolical, right? I will set half of my pile of money on fire because I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about
Whatever,
anything.
dude.
Yeah,
I will
That's
give
great.
up half of my energy drinks for my morning commute.
I can live forever on these, and I don't care.
I'm gonna drop 'em off
The
in
other
the
half is
West.
for you.
Yeah. You go back and give like the Cowboys that were going against the Earps a bunch of energy drinks and just see how it changed. Shit would have changed, dude.
That's
That's
wild.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
That's a wilder
Yeah.
Wild West.
yeah.
I would say the same thing, like bring energy drinks back to the Nazis, but they were already on amphetamines. Like they were on meth pills.
What if
So it
you?
wouldn't change anything.
No, like they probably knew about weed and is like, no, screw that. What could we give them though?
Dude, they were so into like the occult and trying to like find psychics. There's
Yeah.
some crazy shit that they were
Yeah.
doing, man.
Bring them back, Miss
I mean,
Chloe.
psychos, dude. Psychos.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you
saying
really
is bring
dig
back
deep,
Miss
Ooh.
Chloe here for your free reading.
Oh,
that
that's
would
so
trip
Oh,
funny.
there we go.
That would
Yeah.
trip
That's
them out.
so funny.
What if we introduce tarot? Bring back what's I can't. I'm trying to think of the inventor of tarot. Like that's a deep reference.
Oh, John Tarot.
Oh yes, John Tarot. John T. Tarot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, if we put John T. Tarot in Nazi times and introduce him to Hitler,
I
Alison Crowley.
That's
but
what
like,
tarot card.
Alice,
Yeah.
Alistair Crowley.
but like for
Yeah.
our conversation is John T. Tarot.
I think did he?
But I'm clear.
Stereo, baby.
Was that what you changed it?
Yeah. So we have another segment, and I'm just gonna keep things. I'm gonna be
I
that
love
guy
it.
that like makes sure that we have
That's
time
why.
for everything.
That's
We're
why
on
he
point.
put you in the middle.
Yeah.
You walked away and it was all chaos.
yeah.
It's all
But,
Thunderdome.
So we were talking how we think it'd be fun to do word association with our guests. And Art,
Okay.
thank you. Cheers, man. Thanks for being our first guest on this.
So Lou,
John, it's going well so far. I hope. Maybe. I don't know. I
Yeah.
might have
We'll
muted you
find
the
out
whole
later.
time, but it's fine.
Yeah, maybe you probably had it. You
No,
probably
no.
had to.
we're gonna
No,
find
no,
out you
no,
didn't hit
no.
record or something. And
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole thing was just for
Oh,
us.
yeah. Whoops. But
It's my first appearance on a podcast. Let
Is it
alone,
really?
yeah, let alone my first co-hosting job. So
I think you're the more host.
I'm the
kind
more
of the
host.
middle host. I'm the lesser host.
And I'm a guest, in case anyone out there is wondering where our places
Yeah,
are.
we know. All right.
I'm actually saying that for you too.
Oh,
You
thank
don't know where.
So, but we thought it'd be
We're
fun to
figuring
do
things out.
word association with our guests, just to kind of
Okay.
psychoanalyze you a little bit before you go,
Hit me.
because we've both been in situations where we've been overanalyzed.
Yeah.
So it's your
Mostly
turn,
by
motherfucker.
ourselves, but like,
So
Is
let's
this
go.
Is this a game you guys play with each other on weekends?
well,
weekdays.
Game.
yeah, Mondays, baby.
Yeah.
Um,
Text message mornings.
so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna read a word,
All right.
and then
First thing.
don't try and look. First word that comes to mind.
A word
Carl
or-
Jung invented this.
Is it a word or a concept?
Whatever.
Anything.
Just one word. Whatever comes to mind, one word. Like if I say, never mind. I was going to be dirty, but I won't. Okay. Word one. All right. Easy.
Peasy.
Peasy? All right.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's the saying.
I don't think that's a word without the... That's not a word without the easy in front of it.
Like, use peasy in a sentence.
Yeah,
easy.
just say peasy.
I was hanging out with my boy Peasy the other day.
All right. That's all right. It'll go.
Peasy's an easy guy. I've hung out with him.
Peasy, easy.
I know Peasy.
Peasy would be a cool nickname, actually. Dude, Peasy is a cool nickname.
I kind of want to start calling you Peasy.
Yeah, I'm kind of down for that. That's cool. All right.
Adam Peasy Herman, ladies and gentlemen.
Ahead.
Behind. That was easy.
Real quick. Speaking of
yeah.
ahead, I need to hit it. Like, I know we're almost done. But, like, you guys can keep going.
All right.
You guys can
we'll
keep
analyze
going.
Things
Yeah.
afterwards.
I'll catch up in the middle, and then it'll be weird.
All right,
It'll be awesome.
Dude, it's all good.
And just a future reference.
First podcast.
For
I should
future
have peed
reference.
first.
No, I wear a diaper.
Oh.
I can sit here for hours.
Commitment. I don't have it yet.
I always have a diaper on. Herman.
I hope to get it.
God damn. All right. Sacrifice.
Willing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't know what that means about me.
Happy.
Sad.
Come on.
I'm telling
You thought about it. You were like,
I know.
Something else clicked,
Well,
and
no,
then you chose
the
something
first
else.
thing was sad, and I wanted to find something better, but sad was just
Oh,
it.
okay.
Like,
Well,
right?
that's okay.
I wanted to go with the original.
That speaks volumes to who you are as a person, right there. So we're not
Are
gonna
you
skip over
reading
it.
the stuff as you're reading these to me? Like you're like looking at things like, what does that mean about his
I
personality?
am Carl Junging you right
Oh,
now.
I love it.
Discussion.
Conversation.
Okay. All right. Satisfaction.
Guaranteed.
Oh, I love it. Well, give me 5 minutes to remember how to spell guarantee. Okay, there we go.
Double the R,
Encourage.
double the E.
Encourage.
Courage. That's part of the word.
Oh, that's
silly.
part of the word. No, all
Doesn't
right.
count.
One more
Doesn't
time.
count.
Encourage.
Disappoint.
Oh, we are figuring out you, dude. And we are also figuring out I can't spell. Here's another one. That's only one S. All right, baby. Here we go. Ready? System.
Of a down.
That's 3 words.
It's a phrase. System failure.
Failure. Dude, all right. We're having a lot of, we're really diving into your
I
psyche
love
right
this.
now. Quick.
And the dead. Oh, that's another phrase.
Oh, all right. That's
Quick.
okay.
Quicksand. That's actually
Okay,
you know,
quicksand is cool. Which, that's the John Mulaney bit, but he's right. Like, have you ever seen quicksand?
Yeah, I thought it'd be a way bigger problem as an adult, and it's not.
Have you ever seen it?
Sand? No.
Quicksand? I've never seen it.
I've seen sand. I thought it was quicksand, but it was just
It was just
like a few
regular
inches.
sand.
It was slow
Just
sand.
slow, yeah.
It was-
Yeah, just like,
No,
yeah.
it was that like
lazy sand.
right in the middle of, but it was just looser sand that when you stepped into it, you sank like maybe halfway down your sneaker. But
Dim-witted sand. All right. Comfort.
zone,
Yeah, baby. Judge.
jury,
Oh, I thought you were going to say Judy, but all right. Women.
ugh,
All right. Ugh.
Okay,
so you're... Okay, we get that.
whoops,
Desire.
fire.
Little Springsteen.
Well, so I got a tattoo of fire on my leg because
Oh, you
it's one
do?
of my favorite things.
Fire is your favorite thing?
I just love it. But building fires and starting things on fire.
Oh, Johnny T, we're diving into this psyche, dude.
Starting fires is my favorite thing to do ever. I love this
Yeah,
conversation.
right after he said women and I said ugh.
So here's the answers. Hold on, I'm gonna go over with my.
Okay.
No, let's just finish it. All
Let's
right.
finish
it.
Bold.
Bold, italicized.
I don't know why we laughed at that.
That's
Like,
hilarious because we're
it's-
writers.
Yeah.
And that's so funny. Because you're such a dork.
Who's analyzing who now?
Brave.
Becoming.
I like that one.
That's a goal that we're all trying to
I like
become
that
brave.
one. Defeat.
Enemy.
Okay, that's good. All right. So that's it.
Well, that wasn't hard at all.
Let me go with
except-
my co-host here. And
All right, let's
so
analyze.
what
this.
I'm seeing here is
Gay.
a lot of like ahead, behind, sacrifice, willing, happy, sad.
Discussion,
Encourage.
Conversation.
Disappoint. Consistent failure.
I'm a really deep person.
We're seeing a lot of like dark, sad things here, man. What, dude? You're a good man.
Yeah, I'm
You know what
mostly
you
dark
need?
and sad.
Yes, that makes
But-
a good comedy.
Yeah.
But it comes out so light and jovial when you speak.
You got to put a front on for the real people out there.
I guess.
Let's see. This is now we're getting to the real shit now.
I love
Yeah.
it.
But you, yeah.
I didn't know you guys
So
would be having me crying on your guys' first podcast.
I want this, please.
Like, oh, Mama doesn't hug me enough, or too much.
Yeah.
Mama wouldn't quit hugging me.
So this
she'd
movie
hug
is
me
on-
outside the shower.
I don't know if you guys have seen Forrest Gump as adults. There's a part
Of course
in there-
I have, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think? I watched it only as a child?
And seen
What do
it
you think? I was like,
94.
I just thought
I was like
Maybe-
8
were
years
you-
old. Like,
were
you
you
know what
taking
sounds
notes?
good? Forrest Gump.
Were you taking notes or something? You're like, I want to find out what this guy did. No, there's a spot in there
Did
where
everything.
he makes a joke. I don't think I'm gonna say it's a joke because that comes off harsh. But he goes, Jenny's dad really loved her.
Oh.
He was always kissing and touching her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a real like.
Yeah,
That went over. That went way the fuck over my head.
Yeah,
the
that's
first
some
time I
real
watched
shit.
it back in
I'm
like
not gonna
'94,
lie.
but like,
I'm
Ah.
a mandated reporter.
I need to
Like,
like
I'm watching this.
Forrest. You need to tell somebody
Yeah,
about that.
Forrest, don't make light of this,
Like
man.
Jenny's, if you had told somebody, Jenny's life would have been so much better.
This is
like,
a butterfly effect
Why do you
moment,
think she's
right?
naked playing guitar?
Yeah, you think because life
Yeah.
went great for her? Probably not.
Oh, why do you think she's doing cocaine in a hotel room with a guy who's passed out from heroin?
Yeah,
Not
but,
because
you know,
not because Daddy didn't, Daddy brought her to
we've
Bible
all been
school.
in situations.
And then the end of that movie is like super romantic because like he comes back to raise his son. But is it though? Like,
No, that's
She's a
sad.
gold digger.
yeah.
All right, so did you know?
Anyway.
Yeah,
Did you
this-
guys know?
Oh, he's got
Going
Bubba
down.
Gump now. I need
The
that
guy
Bubba
that
Gump
wrote
money.
Forrest Gump. Did you know that there is a sequel? He wrote
Yes.
Forrest Gump too.
Gump and Company.
Yes, and they were going to make the movie. The same people.
Do you know what the
premise?
premise was?
It was the rest of it was taking over the shrimp company. It was like how it went further.
Well, the book that he wrote was actually, if the original book was released in the real life of Forrest Gump. So it's him coming out and saying, I just read this today. It's fascinating to me.
It's his
It's
him
him
being
coming
a
out
famous
saying-
person.
It's him coming out saying, hey, some of this stuff's fabricated.
Oh,
Like they're telling tales outside of church,
School.
right?
Yeah,
Or
Really?
church or
school,
school.
yeah.
Yeah, church or school.
wow.
So
Yeah.
that was not the movie. That was the book. After it blew up and became successful, the guy who originally wrote it wrote the next one, and it was that. But then the movie that they wanted to make was a continuation.
Right.
But I just read that today. It was and I have not confirmed
Wow.
it.
Wow.
So we're saying wow, but this was
Hold on,
Like,
let's
I
Google
would-
it.
this was
Hold
on
on,
the internet.
I gotta
I
Google.
mean, I would
It was
believe
on
that though
IMDb.
because
Let
I
me
knew
web crawl this.
I know like Bubba, like the story of the Bubba Gump is true and everything or whatever of like the origin of Bubba Gump, but like I didn't ever believe that any one man was in these many. Is that the part that they're saying is
Yeah.
is he's
so
fabricating? Like, oh, I was never in these epic situations
It's,
in
and
history.
I think it's them like people taking advantage of what he did and saying,
Oh.
I want to make money off of this guy's. So I
Yeah.
mean, I guess we have it brought up here.
Okay, so Gump and Company. It was the sequel, but it was to chronicle his life through the '80s, right? But on the first page, Forrest Gump tells readers, "Don't ever let nobody make a movie of your life's story. Whether they get it right or wrong, it don't matter." So,
So we're both right.
Yeah.
but that's
They weren't claiming, like they were never claiming that it was actually true.
so
Like,
what
just
I knew
to
about it
entertain
was
you
all
with
right.
what
So
might be.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if this was true, right?
Yeah. It'd be neat if he rubbed his face on a shirt and it was
And made
Have
the
a Nice
happy
Day
face,
guy.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, so
Shit happens.
here's where I thought it was. and
That's
this
my
is,
favorite
yeah.
sometimes.
In 1980, the shrimp market had exploded. So shrimp is booming,
Yeah.
baby.
Right.
And Forrest
Well, you weren't around
cannot
for this. You didn't
Forrest
know that.
cannot keep up with the demand. Adding to it, Lieutenant Dan sells off his shares to the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company
Oh man, Lieutenant Dan.
because he's
bailed on him?
retiring.
It's like, yeah, I don't want. This was fun. Like I was happy. Like
Yeah.
swimming in the ocean with no legs.
Yeah, he gets his new titanium and legs and
Yeah.
just lets.
So to
That's
make
Forrest
ends
Gump.
meet, Forrest takes a job as a janitor in a strip club in New Orleans. Come on, they didn't make this movie.
That's such a better story.
It sells
come on.
itself.
yeah.
That's it. Oh my God.
I also love that he's making ends meet.
Yeah.
You know, the guy who don't worry
And
about
imagine
money no
how
more.
inept-
That's one less thing.
Imagine how
Oh.
inept fucking Forrest Gump would be in a strip club to what's like going on.
I mean, the
Yep.
first time he touches a girl is when he's in college.
Mm-hmm.
I still haven't hugged a girl, so I mean, at least he's further than me. But
I mean, some
you know,
some
there's
of us
that whole
grow up
scene.
faster than others, or slower.
there's that scene where like it's famous. He's like using the girl, the roommate's robe to cover himself up,
Yeah.
and she like has him touch her boob, and he, you know, prematures it a bit,
Mhm.
and he's a little embarrassed, and she's like, "No, it's fine." That's an iconic scene from our childhood. I don't remember. If you remember
yeah.
seeing it as a
Oh,
kid.
I remember that
Oh,
for
I was
sure.
like, "What?" And this was before I had my
She
own
was awake.
experiences.
All right.
So he should have got canceled.
and she was
Yeah.
awake.
He should have got canceled. He should have got canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Anyways.
Today
Well, he
would've.
wasn't a politician, so
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, there's so much. Forrest and his son get a job at a pig farm. Dude, everything about this is great.
this sounds like a TV series.
Yeah.
We got to
We
start
could get
a
8 seasons
thing.
out of this.
Dude, we got to start
6 seasons in a movie.
for a Gump and Company remake. Let's do it.
I
Let's
think
get
they
it made.
already did that. Didn't they do that with Paris Hilton and her friend? But
Come on.
I do my own rim shots. We even have a drum right there.
Wow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. We're in the Serpent Room, baby.
That's right.
Oh,
The
if
serpent
we
room?
if we
Yeah, that's
act
the
in
name of my
it,
studio, yeah.
can I be like the illegitimate son of like Bubba and like
100%.
And Jenny,
100%.
Oh, Bubba and Jen, that would be what a twist.
What a twist, dude.
what the tweet?
Oh.
100%. That's so
Jenny
funny.
was actually
Yes.
over in Vietnam with him the whole time.
Yeah, she came over to visit for us. She
Oh.
actually got one of the letters, but like Bubba intersected and he banged her, and then she left.
Yeah, she
And
pieced out.
Bubba was like, yeah, or like Forrest was like, yeah, she never called me. I don't know what happened.
And Bob was like, yeah, I got all these letters from this strange woman I don't know.
And then I just show up like my lip hanging to the ground. And,
God damn it. All right.
And
that's
you
so
save him
funny.
because you know
Yeah.
everything about the shrimp industry.
yeah,
You
That's like
saved
so
the
funny.
day
yeah, because Bubba was writing letters to me in fucking
Yeah.
Vietnam. And he told me all
to
about
my
it.
future son,
Yeah.
John.
Jesus.
He was writing letters to Jenny, like, save this for my future
But
son.
he just called her Jay.
yeah,
That's
Jay.
where your name grew out of.
Yeah. Yeah, that is actually the origin. That's very astute. Like,
I catch on quickly.
yeah. I don't tell many people about
You
that.
guys set me up for this. You guys started talking about Forrest Gump and got me brought in just to.
See,
Wow.
it's like the face scars with the bear mauling. Like, you can't just bring it up. I can't just say
Yeah.
Bubba Gump. Like, Bubba from Bubba Gump is my dad.
Yeah.
I have to be like, it has to be a build up to it.
This is even a real podcast right now.
No.
He just wanted to tell
Oh, I
me.
forgot
this.
we're recording. This
Yeah.
is so
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
No, so
This
that's
is actually an Ocean's
love it.
18 ruse.
okay. So okay, that's funny. Last thing we should bring
segment
up.
number 3.
Last thing we should bring up before the end of this, because we probably should call it here to save for editing. But
Sure.
We have a plan, and I want you to be part of this plan. All right.
Let me sit down my whiskey.
Boom,
This
boom.
Halloween, we are going as Ocean's 11. Only we're actually gonna fucking have a heist.
Yeah.
I love it.
We're gonna have a heist, and you know what we're robbing? The
Are we
casino. Or wait, what?
Are we announcing? Turn off the cameras.
Right.
All right, no, tell me
But for
more.
real, though.
But seriously, like, how funny would it be to find something that we need to get, and then plan out an Ocean's 11 style real heist?
Like the stupidest thing ever.
We could find somebody. I know a lot of people in this town. We could find someone who'd be like a Scott Lillo, who'd be the bad guy in our version.
Well,
Yeah,
we
he
don't want
does
them to
like-
know though.
Well, I mean, we could tell someone ahead of time, just like.
I want to actually rob a place,
Yeah.
dude.
Like, we gotta
rob a place.
we gotta pick a mark
Yeah, and
with
then as
with
the
an
jury
odd hill to
convicts
die on.
us, as
Sometime
the
like
jury convicts us, they bring this tape up.
like
and we're
some bartender
screwed.
looked
Nobody's
at
gonna
us
watch
weird
it.
one
Fair
time,
enough.
and then like we've been holding spite for like 5 years, and like
Yes.
I'm gonna steal a pint glass from that place.
Like,
Oh, okay, I can dig that.
like,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
about
a salt shaker?
does Blacklist have any
Yeah.
trophies?
It's they got a couple of the best beers
I
ever
know.
award or whatever.
I know.
We'll
so
take that best beer ever.
We're
award.
going for the trophies.
Thing is, I work there, so I'm gonna be stopping you this. whole
That's
time.
why we need you. You're the inside man.
Yeah.
Do you think they trust me with the trophy room?
Well, see, like we're not gonna
Wait,
talk
wait.
about it. We're not gonna talk about it on the air, but like, you're gonna first of all, like over the next 6 months, you're gonna
Earn their
work.
trust.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
gotta
work your
start-
way up to trophy room
I gotta
status,
start
Also-
unearning their distrust.
and then I gotta give you a reason to betray our good friends
You're
at
gonna
Blacklist.
tell me, dude, that Blacklist has a trophy room
Okay, they have a trophy shelf.
This episode is also sponsored
That's
by
in a room.
Blacklist, so we're
Unofficially
not gonna
sponsored.
do
Oh,
that.
right. Of course.
But if we were to rob Blacklist, this is how it would be. Like the O.J. Simpson book. I didn't murder Nicole, but if I
I
did,
did?
Here's how it
this
was
is
done.
how it would be. I'm not gonna pull an Ocean's 18 on Blacklist, but if we did,
No.
this is how it would be.
We're not.
We would
Well, here's the thing. I dig the idea of.
We're not.
No.
All right, but
And if they get
We should
robbed
turn
for
off the
their
cameras and talk about how we're gonna rob
if we
Blacklist.
get robbed for their trophy, or if they get robbed for their trophy, we didn't do it.
Oh, that's
you know,
so
we
funny.
probably have intel on who did it though. We could probably set someone up.
That's part of the plan, dude.
I bet it was those Rex guys.
I didn't want to bring up Scott Lillo again, but that's the fault. That's
Yeah.
the scapegoat.
He's the fall
He's
guy.
the fall guy.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of
The
an easy
nose
fall
plays.
guy.
Come on, man. He's going to be part of the plan until it's time that we all disappear and he's left holding the bag.
That's kind of genius.
I know.
You
I
know,
like how you're whispering now, so they won't know.
note to self: don't piss off Adam Herman. Adam Peasy Herman.
Oh, PZ's the head of the
Yeah.
group. It's the PZ's 12.
It's a Peasy's.
PZ11.
PZ 3 actually
Yeah.
is where we're at.
Right now,
Awesome.
we need a couple more.
Well, I
Who's
do have a
available?
surprise for you guys. I don't want to buzz this out earlier, but I do have my secret book.
Ooh.
This little, if you guys want to start stand-up comedy, this little guy has every idea. Well, it's pretty blank, but a lot of ideas. A lot
You
of them are
keep
just like
concepts in
titles.
there?
Yeah, a lot of them are just titles, like a working title, dog people versus cat people.
Mm.
I have 20 minutes on just that sentence alone.
Really?
Yeah.
I've done it.
That's a
live.
good premise.
Robot overlords.
It's happening.
I got 10 minutes on that. Here's a fun
Skynet's
fact.
coming. I
Well,
don't care what
everyone,
you say.
everyone
Skynet's
thinks
here,
everyone
baby.
thinks it's gonna
Oh,
be Terminator.
Skynet is here. Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's gonna be a big war. No, they're doing it. They're actually they're taking us down a notch at a time. They're not gonna come out and just kill us all.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever stood in front of one of those hand waver wiper machines where you get the? They're embarrassing us. You stand there and
Wait.
do this for an hour.
The what thing? The
Look at
soap?
these.
Well, the soap things. Or
I know
And when it
anything.
doesn't work,
Never used
Anything-
it.
I don't. Adam doesn't wash his hands,
Well, this is bourbon.
so
Well,
he's immune.
That's
to
what
it.
the scientists want.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
those
sorry. What
pen-
am I? Bill
what are we
Gates?
what are we in the middle of a pandemic?
Yeah.
not to go on a weird tangent, but like,
Not on
what
my
if
watch.
90% of the people got the COVID shot, and then like the 10% that didn't? Eventually, like if you haven't got it yet, whatever, live your life. I'm vaccinated. I don't care what you do. Like, live your life. But
The
like,
show,
what if they're
brought
like,
to you by vaccinations?
what if they're like, yeah, don't do it because the government's trying to fuck you over? And they're like, yeah, you're crazy. But like, what if they killed like 90% of the population and they left the dumbest 10%?
That's what's going to happen.
And now they're the smartest 10%, actually, because they're the only ones that didn't get
That's
killed.
such a great premise. That's such a great premise. All the people that got the COVID vaccination were like, yes, we're
Yeah.
saving the world. Then they die. And then all the
Yeah.
fucking dumbass.
The people that died on Odd Hills, like, are the only ones living. And now,
There's people out there like Coke comes out of a can, and bottles are soda, and pop comes out of machines or whatever that guy.
those are the
Tyler.
people that survive this.
You mean my
wave.
dad? I love that. That's
Uncle
so funny.
Dad.
Oh, you mean Uncle Daddy? Yeah.
I love Missouri.
That's so funny.
You people are so quaint.
You guys are the best, man. Well, I think we should probably call it just because we're over the time.
Yeah,
so.
we got to
I
save
didn't-
Adam some editing time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
sit in with you. I
editing
want to
time.
learn. I want to
Well,
learn
You
how
mean
to
he
do
hits
this.
It'll
play,
be-
he
it-
listens,
it's not
and
gonna
he
be
just
tonight,
hits
'cause-
stop
Yeah, no.
at the end, and
Yeah.
is like, that was good.
I couldn't pay
Puts it on
attention
the world.
tonight.
Well, I think it'd be smart to keep these, and this is off whatever, but I think it'd be smart to keep these as like less than an hour, or about an hour.
Sure.
You know, about an hour is what the hot spot is.
Yeah.
And then if we could get some ads in there, you know, whatever.
And maybe a spot where the guests can, hey, if you guys are interested in hearing more of my voice and my opinion, go on over to Duluth Famous.
Well, you can
Well,
put a plug
that's
in
what I was
now.
about
We
to
can
ask.
edit it.
Yeah. So let's cut right here. What?
Oh, hey
What the
guys,
fuck do you wanna say?
that last joke we
Well,
said. That last joke we said was great. I
We're
love that
almost
one.
we're almost out of here, but
Yeah.
before we go,
Oh,
we're gonna
is this,
cut-
is
no.
this my plug?
yeah,
You gotta 3,
Yeah.
2, send it over. All right.
What do you want to say?
What do I want to say? So coming soon, and I do not have a date, but I will keep you guys updated. We're gonna do like my last hurrah over at the Barrel of Laughs. So that is a thing coming up, that's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna bring in all the comics that we did have.
We'll
I'm
put
gonna
it
try
on
to
the
make a big
info
deal.
page for this. When
Yeah,
you
that'd
give
be
the
great.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then coming soon, hopefully by the end of summer, I want to get my own podcast moving. I've had the wheels turning and burning for 2 years on
Please
this.
do.
Duluth Famous, which is actually an inverse of your guys' deal here, where it's
We
me.
want Duluth Infamous.
We want jabronis.
It actually could be it could be you guys. You guys
Not
are
that
my
you're
Wario.
a wonderful. You're not a jabroni.
You guys are the Wario to my Mario, or vice
Yeah.
versa. But yeah, Duluth Famous, and that's going to be me talking to local musicians and getting their take on the Duluth music scene, how it's gone over the years, and then what the upcoming events are. Which I want to push live music again. So that was my goal before the pandemic, was to get our music scene alive and kicking. And then pandemic hit, of course, and now we're coming out of it. And I think it's almost a perfect time to get that voice heard again. So,
Yeah, hell yeah.
So yeah, Duluth Famous.
You know I'm for it.
Look forward to in the future.
Cool. Right
Well,
on,
thank
brother.
you guys for having me. Here's
Dude,
salute.
cheers, man.
This was
Cheers.
fun.
Cheers, you guys. Thanks.
Thank you.
First podcast, first episode.
In the bank.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll shoot it again.
All right.
With it.
Maybe next time we'll do it with the actual recording going.
We're gonna keep you, and then Adam's gonna cut me out.
Hey, we're doing this